In today's video, I'm going to have Manzer, my 18-month-old stud colt, working in the round pen for the very first time. And he'll also be with my 3-year-old rescue gelding named Nash. So I'm going to work them together for just a little bit, and we'll see how they do. Today is November 17th, and this is the very first time I've ever moved Manzer in a round pen. I have him and Nash in here together, and Manzer is in the front because he's kind of picking on poor little Nash here. He's just extra playful. You know what's funny is what he's doing right now with his head real low like that. Mika does that. But, so he's never ever been moved like this in a round pen before. And I'm just moving his feet, but see, he's wanting to get after Nash, so I'm trying to move Manzer and not necessarily Nash. Oh, what a bugger. He's not usually like this with Nash. I think he's just excited because they can finally run around. It's hard to do this while filming. Ooh, Manzer just got kicked hard. So Nash needed to kick him in order for him to leave him alone because he's really picking on him, kind of being a bugger. There. Good. And they've been kind of locked up. The mud is terrible right now, so they can't really run and play where they're at. There's not much that we can do about that. So, but this is good. Get them in here and move their feet a little bit. And Nash has been in a round pen a little bit, so he understands to move. Manzer, this is the very first time he's ever been moved. And I'm just I got this flag and I'm slapping the ground. My kids are being crazy on the trampoline over there, playing with a cat. And I'm trying to stay behind Manzer and drive him. I don't care what Nash is doing. But Manzer needs to move because he's got too much energy. Boy, he's a nice little mover. Now, I'm going to try to change their direction. I'm just going to create some energy over here. Again, I'd like Manzer in the front. I want Manzer in the front so he doesn't pick on Nash. It's good. Nash is so cute. I stopped my feet and Manzer stopped immediately. That's fabulous. Very first time ever doing anything like this. I'm very pleased with that. wasn't originally planning to work with these horses today in the round pen. My intention was just to bring them into the arena and kind of let them move around a little bit. It's been so mucky and kind of gross in their paddock. They can't really run around the way that they would like to this time of year. It's just kind of how it goes for all of them. And so I thought that they needed some exercise and to run and play a little bit. And so I put them in the round pen. And when I saw Manzer start getting a little bit too rough with Nash, that's when I thought, you know, I should probably move their feet around a little bit. So that's how this work session even kind of came to. So my whole thought process here was not to work on a lot of the things you see people doing around pen where you're dealing with hooking on or, you know, turning them a certain way, nothing like that. My intention here was simply just to get their feet moving because of the interaction that I was seeing. So I feel like we got everything accomplished that we needed to accomplish today and then some. Some of the best training sessions I feel are absolutely not planned, and you just kind of go with the flow and do what you see is necessary to do. These boys stopped their feet for a few minutes, but then they decided to get a little rambunctious again, so they needed to move around again a little bit more. So here I am just kind of directing their feet. I'm not really doing anything other than keeping the peace between the two of them. So as you can see now, Manzer is just jogging along pretty quiet, but Nash thinks that it's his turn to chew on Manzer's tail. So I think that's just fine. I would rather see Nash be a little bit more aggressive than he is because Manzer has a tendency to take over. Now, something with Manzer that I absolutely love is how good he is just about general touch and objects being around him. Now, Nash, as you can see, he's a little bit more timid. So this flag is a little bit scary to him. And the nice thing is that I can use Manzer as kind of some comfort for Nash. So Manzer can stand there and be okay with it, and Nash can see, oh, well, he's okay with it. Maybe it's not as big of a deal. And with Manzer, I absolutely love his curiosity. I don't ever want to see that go away in him. The fact that he is interested in things and curious about stuff makes him so much more willing to learn, and it's going to make my job a lot easier because I won't have to remove the fear that's there with some horses. Like Nash has a little bit more fear than Manzer does, so it'll just make it a lot easier. What I'm doing here is changing eyes. So I'm at a safe distance behind him, so I'm at no danger of getting kicked, but I like to do this with all of my horses where I move back and forth either with a flag or just myself from side to side. He'll look through his left eye, and then there's a time where they don't see anything because we hit a blind spot, and then they see with the right eye. Sometimes horses get really nervous in that moment where they can't see out of the left or right eye, and so I like to really work on that and make sure that they're comfortable because a lot of horses can bolt or spook or buck over that instance of getting scared because they can't see what's going on. It's been so fun and interesting to watch the difference between Manzer, who's a home-raised colt and been handled from birth by the same person, versus Nash, who, you know, he's a couple years older than Manzer, and he's from a rescue, and he's got a little bit more uncertainty than he would have if he had been in the same situation as Manzer and handled so much from birth. So it's fun to watch the difference between the two, but they're both very curious, willing, and friendly horses that are enjoying having a job. Nash has come so far, and he's so less timid than he was. I'm really excited to see how they both progress, and I'm really enjoying working with both of them. that's it for today's video. I'm really happy how Nash and Manzer did, and I look forward to working with each of them individually and together as they grow up and get started under saddle. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great one. Bye.